Welcome. Cloud Dancer Speaks. Well, we've had quite a shock. Well, I should say Dark Raven one had quite a shock on Friday. We had a massive electric surge which blew the lights. When I say blew the lights, I mean they exploded and a big flash through the room before the trip switch went down. Quite scary because she was here on her own and while me and Little Buffalo were coming up. Now, I don't know what I can tell you really. They went on their photography mission to the graveyard. Didn't capture anything, but they took some fabulous photographs. So they did very well indeed. What else can I mention? I'm at a loss today because I'm still a bit tired, I guess. But that's the way it goes. Some of you are getting pains that shift around the body. This is the electromagnetic energy. We're getting it here too. Today we've been privileged to face 130 kilometers an hour storm. Oh, whoopee! You know, I'll be glad when summer comes, folks. Spirits are restless in a lot of ways. Something is going down, I'm not quite sure what it is, but spirit is restless. They're teaching us new things. And sometimes I think I'm going out of my mind because I perceive them physically, as physical beings. And it's quite daunting at times. But it has increased. Well, I don't know what I can tell you really. I had something lined up to discuss with you. There is quite a lot of things happening. And a lot of cons are happening. Scams. Beware. And be very aware. If someone offers you something at an unbelievable price, think twice. Please. Because in reality, these things don't happen. If they offer you something that's unbelievably cheap, leave it alone. There seems to be a multitude of strange things happening. Dark Raven one, I think she's been exhausted. She really has. So instead of 16 hours sleep, we've extended it to 20.
I'm giving you a bath.
See? There's still utterances from the depths of beyond in there. We were discussing the useless things we seem to acquire. And they come out with a new technology, it's a case of, oh, we have to have that. Why? Did your parents have it? Then why do you have to have it? Again, it's all part of the scam. There's one very famous computer firm that does this. They'll produce a new machine, change the colour, change one small thing in it, and call it a new one and charge you double the amount of money. I won't mention the name of the firm at all. I mean, it's happening worldwide. It's happening all the time. The riots that occurred in the UK, why, I don't know, because the man was a killer. He was armed before he was shot. He got rid of the weapon. The police found the weapon, or the police dogs did. So, in my estimation, a lot of innocent people could have been shot if he'd been detained quickly. So he was shot twice by a sniper. Some of you may not agree with the action, but personally, I think that action alone saved life. Now, we were talking here about UFOs. And there I turned into Discovery, and lo and behold, we hear a UFO. It collided with a small aircraft. Looked like a Piper Comanche. And it collided with the aircraft. So out go a team to recover what was left. They found the saucer. She was 25 foot diameter and 5 foot tall, 5 foot high. Unmanned. It was a probe. And the only marks on the metal were little scratches, a few dents. Other than that, it was intact. But the rescue crew, or the recovery crew that went out to recover this object, mysteriously died over the wheels of their vehicles. They're claiming it could have been a bacteria virus, but no. Think for a minute. The heat generated on re-entry after a crash would have destroyed any form of virus. I mean, everyone should know that. Heat would destroy the virus. So it wasn't any virus that killed them. I think it had its own charge. I think the machine was charged. When it hit the ground, it released the charge, and that's what killed them. It was definitely a probe. They asked America asked them if they wanted help recovering it, and first of all they said no. But when all their men died, all the soldiers died from it, they accepted America's rescue. They sent some special troops in with NAV suits, protection gear. Then they sent in this big helicopter. No, it wasn't a Chinook, I forget the name of the helicopter, and lifted this saucer and took it away. Where they took it, we have no idea. I'm fed up with people saying, if there's life on other planets. If. Where the mother do they think that came from? Strange. So, then they did the unbelievable. They blew up the vehicles and the people that were killed. Not one was taken for autopsy. And I thought that was very strange. Why would they blow up the bodies and the vehicles? Their excuse was in case there was any bacteria or biological virus around. Great. So they assume that heat will kill the virus. Then surely they should assume that the amount of heat when an aircraft hits the ground alongside the saucer, there wouldn't be any heat. Oh, these people, they really annoy me. Now, I know this story is fact. I have seen the footage and I've investigated it myself, and it is fact. So they now got another little saucer. No bodies, just the saucer. I mean, they were running their hands along the bloody sides of the saucer. Why, I don't know. Were they looking for an opening? God help us. So when they say, if there's life on other planets, yeah, there is. But don't all expect it to be humanoid. We're not living in the Star Trek world where everyone's humanoid. Some of them aren't humanoid. Some of them have 6 legs. Some of them can live in great heat, in crustaceans, and they can live in massive heat. So their intelligence could be a lot greater than ours. I mean, the expanse of our galaxy is massive. You're talking about something which is, what? About 400,000 light years. So it is huge indeed. A lot of people think they've seen stars and they're looking up at a pulsar. The difference between a star and a pulsar's dead, but it intermittently flashes. And when it flashes, it gives off energy. So, you know, we have to be aware. Our ancestors, they think, oh, what did they say at one of the meetings? Oh, we can defend the earth against hostile aliens. It'd be like putting someone from the Napoleonic Wars against men of modern warfare. They'd have a few problems, I think. I mean, their weaponry could be very, very advanced. It could destroy this world, very simply. But at any rate, why would they want to visit Earth? A load of barbarians. Good grief. A lot of you have seen the reports on those poor dolphins that were slain in Japan. They think, oh, the poor dolphins. What about the bloody wolves that are being slain? And what about England? There are children in England. They're not getting fed. They're lucky if they get toast in the morning before they go to school. They're in a crisis stage. Their parents are starving themselves so they can feed the kids. This is in the UK. Oh, this could never happen here. But it is happening. They've gone through a devastating time. Now, let me discuss a little bit on your favourite subjects, spirits. Some of these fools think they see an orb, that's a spirit getting ready for manifestation. Why? No, it's not. I cannot readily accept that. They take form because of what's in your mind, so they are not rejected, so that you accept them. and they're with us all the time, believe it. Every religion on this earth has truth in it.
Mm.
Like sound. Sound can manipulate anything. It can destroy a building. It can propel a Merkaba. That's the word I was looking for, love, the other day. You gone to sleep?
No, I have not.
A Merkaba. And sound can propel. And alien ships, they don't need to load up with energy for nuclear engines or antimatter engines. They can use what they call solar cells. Using black light, they can virtually go on free. It's free energy. Very dangerous energy if in the hands of man, because he's an idiot. But this would be free energy. They could travel at great speeds through space. Like a yachtsman would leave and travel around the world. Free energy, the wind. And he powers a lot of his electrical systems with a small wind generator, which is on the yacht. So it's free energy. Man is so antiquated, he has to use things like rockets to get himself off the earth. Such an antiquated idea. Going back to about the 3 BC, when China used rockets for fireworks. Later on they used them for weapons, but that was only the intervention of the white man, who seems to have caused catastrophe wherever he bloody well goes. Whether it's America, or whether it's China, whether it's Japan, he causes complete catastrophe. He upsets the complete equal balance of Africa. That's why you have starving children. He destroys everything he comes in contact with. Fortunately, there are some white men that have got compassion and have got interests in preserving this planet and saving it. Everything has a beginning, and I don't care whether you like this or not, but everything has an end. A civilization will reach an epoch and it will destroy itself. Then the world will probably be destroyed and then rebuilt again. Now they found this out scientifically, that when it destroys itself, causes a pulsar and also a black hole. When that black hole is formed, it later comes together and recreation of that planetary system will restart. It's a planet moon, the moon is moving further away from us. Rock Codswallop. When you walk around, you breathe. You breathe in, you breathe out. You breathe in, you breathe
20
out.
minutes have passed.
Yeah, thank you. Well, it's exactly the same with the universe. It expands, reduces. Expands, reduces. This is the natural order of things. Okay, I've been told 20 minutes have passed. I gotta go. So we send you our blessings, especially to those who have difficulties, and hope your journey through the rest of this life will be smooth. Namaste. Om Shanti.